Hey guys, and thanks for joining me for yet another video. In this presentation, we're going to take a look at how to infuse potatoes with tomatoes. Now, it's a very easy, basic process. It's just going to be a bunch of fresh herbs and seasonings, and it's just a step-by-step that will get you these results that you are seeing here in the third picture. So, let's get into this video. Hey guys, and thanks for joining me again for another video. In this presentation, what we're going to be making is tomato roasted potatoes that's seasoned. To do this, what we're gonna need is 1 onion minced, 2 leaves of Spanish thyme minced, 1 strand of green onion finely chopped. I have 2 tomatoes diced and 2 potatoes. Next, we have a pot on the stove with 2 tablespoons of oil. And yes, we're going to be adding in our first tomatoes into this. This is going to splatter because of the water and the oil combo, so you're going to be very careful when you're putting this one in. Yeah, I kind of shift it around immediately so to avoid all the extra splatter. So that's how I control it, and I'll let that develop for about 3 minutes. So it's been about 3 minutes of these tomatoes being stimulated on a medium-high fire in that 2 tablespoons of oil so far. So we just wanted it to start releasing its flavors. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna be adding our onions to this. And then we're also gonna be adding our potatoes at this point. So we'll add our onions and potatoes now. So right as you put your potatoes and your onions in, I like to set a timer because I know it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to cook potatoes. So I use this timer as my guide to know how long this has been going on. And so now I'm gonna mix these items in so far. The potatoes into the onions and the tomato. And then now we're going to start seasoning this pot. First thing first, we're going to be putting in half of our green onions to this pot. Half of our Spanish thyme as well. A tablespoon of green seasoning. 1 tablespoon of chicken base seasoning. Half a teaspoon of onion powder. Half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And a hint of smoked paprika, half a teaspoon. So it's been just about half the time of cooking that we have. We put on a 20-minute timer and it's just about 11 minutes left. At this point, I'd like to advise that you put on 1 cup of water to boil because we're gonna need probably a touch of hot water once these potatoes get more cooked. So at this point, I give it my first stir because I wasn't interacting with it at first. So I'll give it a stir like right now, and I'll turn my fire down to medium. Hey all, so it's been roughly 25 minutes. I gave it an extra 5 minutes to cook, and now I'm just now interacting with it. So basically, I'm just giving it a stir. This is a sort of a dry meal, but it still has some moisture to it. In my opinion, I'm gonna even give it some more time. The potatoes cook pretty nicely, as you can see. It's cutting through. Hey guys, so I'm back. I'm about to turn off the stove. This was cooking for a total of 30 minutes. And this is the kind of moisture that I was looking for. So at this point, now that I turned off the stove, I'm going to be adding the last of my Spanish thyme and green onion that I had left back for the end. Now this is just for a bit of garnish and color, and we're just gonna mix this in. I'm gonna serve this and show you what it is. So I'm just back here to show you the end results of this roasted tomato and potato. So it is finished, it's cooked. It's been cooking for 30 minutes, so guaranteed, especially at this size, that it's been cooked. So this is what it looks like, guys. It's a moist dish. Probably see a lot of steam. And yeah, you could put this on the side. It's a starch, so you can use it with your protein, any protein of your choice, but it's ready to go.